for his daughter's body, the father decided to lock her up and keep her for himself. He deliberately sent his wife away. Then he pretended to ask his daughter for help carrying something. But when they reached the basement, Amy noticed a hidden door behind the bookshelf. But since it was her father, she didn't think too much of it. That trust dragged her straight into an endless nightmare. Before Amy could react, her father locked the secret room behind her. Realizing she was trapped, Amy screamed in panic. But the reinforced steel door was too thick. No sound could get out. She thought maybe her father was just punishing her, at worst locking her up for a few days. But when she opened the box he had asked her to carry and saw it was filled with her own belongings, she realized everything had been planned. After screaming until her throat was raw, she tried desperately to unlock the door, but the wrong code was entered 3 times. The power would shut off completely. She found a flashlight and screamed into the air vent as hard as she could. But when her father heard the noise outside the door, he just covered the vent with a blanket, making sure no one would ever notice. That night, the family sat in the living room, talking about how to find their missing daughter. Only the father sat quietly on the couch. By the second day, Amy was still trying passwords, but nothing worked. She collapsed on the floor in despair. She heard noises outside the door again. She hid behind a pillar, and when her father walked in, she shoved him and bolted for the exit. But just outside was another steel door, soundproof too. No matter how hard she screamed, no one could hear. She was caught again and dragged back inside. And so, he started doing unspeakable things to his daughter. This movie is based on a true story. It's the collapse of all morality. Shattered and violated, Amy curled up in a corner, crying in despair. From that moment on, her life no longer had a father in it. When her boyfriend came looking, her father told him she had run off with some thug days earlier, that he should forget her and never look for her again. The innocent boy, feeling betrayed, left heartbroken. Her father brought in supplies and gave her a long dress. Helpless, Amy had no choice but to put it on. He wouldn't let her call him Dad. Instead, he forced her to call him darling, like a lover. Then he told her to come closer. As expected, Amy was violated once again. By the 38th day, Amy was eating cold canned food, as usual. Then she noticed the lid was sharp. Running her finger along the edge, a spark of hope lit up. That day, she dressed carefully, hid her makeshift weapon, and waited for the right moment to strike. But he had already seen through her plan. He threw her to the ground without hesitation. Unknowingly, a full year passed. She had gone from a young girl to a pregnant woman. In her 10th month, her water broke, and her father was nowhere in sight. All she could do was follow instructions from a book and deliver the baby herself, screaming in unbearable pain. She finally heard the cry of a newborn. At 19, Amy became a mother for the first time, but he only brought in a few supplies and shamelessly said that becoming a mother was an honor he gave her. Those absurd words left Amy numb. Amy's little girl had started drawing and writing, proudly showing her work to the man. She had no idea whether he was her grandpa or her dad. And worse, Amy's belly was